Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. If you're new to my channel, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, it'll take you 2 seconds. Please hit the subscribe button down below and right next to it the bell notification, because when I upload videos like this, you'll be first to be notified. Facebook fans, I always appreciate a growing audience. If you find this information valuable, please share with a friend and also hit the like button down below, because I always appreciate a growing audience. It helps your logarithm with YouTube, Google, and Facebook. The more audience I have, the better off this content's going to be. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jawad. One of the common symptoms that I get in my practice with emails and patients is the common theme is GERD. What is GERD? A lot of people don't understand what GERD is. Acid reflux. When I burp, I feel this stuff coming back up my esophagus. I'm taking PPIs. I don't know how to change my diet. I don't know what to do. But what is it? Because it's acid reflux. So the thing about GERD is, it is acid reflux, okay? And GERD stands for gastroesophageal reflux disease. Really what that means is that you are not producing enough stomach acid that closes the valves of the esophagus. So when you eat these foods, whether it be spicy foods or whatever foods, and then you relax a little bit, you may lay down, the valve doesn't close and then you burp it up. And then that's where you get the effects. So when it comes to the stomach, okay, I always say the stomach is like this big mixing tube. You have two valves. You have the one that's coming down from the esophagus into the top of the tube, and that's called the cardiac sphincter. The other sphincter, the other door, is called the pyloric sphincter, and this goes right through the small intestines. The thing is about the stomach, which is very unique, is that it needs to have a pH level between 1 and 3. Okay, so the lower the pH, the better off you're going to be. But wait a minute, my doctor gives me an antacid. That means I'm making too much acid. No, it's actually not. You're actually not making enough acid, and the reason why they give you an antacid is just to put a band-aid on the acid that's being produced. So what happens is that the common symptoms are heartburn, bloating, and gas. That is the most common symptoms of GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disease. You may also have IBS symptoms as well. You know, the burping afterwards, just that feeling like I don't feel good, something's wrong with my stomach. So then why does that happen? Remember, the pH of the stomach, that mixing pot, needs to be between 1 and 3. It needs to be very, very acidic. Why? Because when that stomach is very acidic, it closes this porthole. It closes the cardiac sphincter when it's full. And when you have food contents in your stomach, it churns. And really the churning is here. So this is where the churning of the food products go. This is why when you have a large meal, you'll feel bloated where? Right in the gut of your stomach, like the top of your stomach. So then if you think about this logically, if this porthole doesn't close efficiently between 1 and 3, the pH, where's that food going to go? It's just going to go up north here to the esophagus. And yes, eventually it will burn and erode at the esophagus, and you might get Barrett's esophagus. It's a horrible condition of your esophagus, maybe cancer. Okay? So low stomach pH. And then why? Stress. It may be due to stress. When we are stressed out, we have this fight or flight response. That sympathetic system does not produce hydrochloric acid. It's the rest, digest, and repair, the parasympathetic division, that produces our stomach acid. Remember, when we're resting, rest, digest. So we need to be relaxed. You may be on sympathetic overload, too much stress and cortisol release. Or you may be on medications. A lot of medications, PPIs. Yes, that will inhibit the production of the acid in your stomach. And do you need to be on PPIs forever? No, you don't. You just need to fix your diet. Or you may be with age. As we get older, we produce less of the sufficient chemicals that our body needs to run sufficiently. Also, vitamin D deficiency. You may have a vitamin deficiency. Typically what happens is that due to malabsorption, due to, what comes first? The vitamin deficiency or the low pH? Or I'm sorry, not enough pH? Well, the vitamin deficiency, you need B vitamins, because B vitamins are broken down in the stomach, essentially B12, and that's absorbed later on in the small intestines. But you need vitamin D. Vitamin D is phenomenal for increased calcium absorption. What do we need calcium for? Muscle contraction. Zinc. Zinc has many uses as a mineral. One of the uses that zinc has is it produces hydrochloric acid. So again, with low hydrochloric acid, meaning not enough, you're going to have incomplete valve closing. And if you don't have enough chemicals in that mixing pot, what's going to happen? You're going to have incomplete digestion. This is where the gassing comes in. This is where the bloating comes in. Or you may have an infection. The most common infection for the stomach is H. pylori. Now, what are you going to do? First and foremost, I always recommend change your diet. Stay away from the spices, the coffees, the sauces, anything that will cause that sphincter not to close, and also too, that will ruin the pH. So diet is a must. Watch your diet. Supplements wise, glutamic acid. That helps with muscle recuperation. Also, betaine hydrochloric acid, and apple cider vinegar. Those together on an empty stomach will help adjust the pH level between 1 and 3. You want to take that on an empty stomach, or preferably about 1 hour before you eat or 2 hours in between meals. In addition, vitamin D. How much vitamin D? I always recommend about 30,000 IUs of vitamin D for first 2 weeks. Why is that so important? Because remember, one of the functions of vitamin D is for increased calcium absorption. What do we need calcium for? Because it's going to increase the contractibility of the muscle. Now, your stomach is smooth muscle. So when you have a decrease of vitamin D deficiency, that smooth muscle contractibility is not working properly. So not only is it hindering the mixing of the stomach, but also too, it's going to affect the pH levels because you're not going to have the vitamin D. Okay? So I hope this helps. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video. Be good.